I want to tell you a little story about my experience on unemployment. But first, we're going to have to go back to the beginning. About 8 in the morning, getting ready to leave. I got my teeth brushing, hair done, and damn, look at me. Strap on my shoes, I get my car keys. I head for the door, then the damn phone rings. Hello? Hi, Steve. Remember me? I'm your boss. Sales are kind of slow, so take some time off. I mean, oh, that sucks. I hope it gets better and that work picks up. And then I proceeded to act like a douche. I took off my hat and kicked off my shoes. I laid in the bed for the whole damn day, eating junk food and letting the DVDs play. Day 2, not different, it was mostly the same. Potato chips, soda pop, and video games. Day 3, same thing, then I got really drunk. Day 4 never happened because I never woke up.
Work is gone, no more 9 to 5 for me. So now I get paid to sit and watch TV.
Day 5, revelation hit me just as I woke. If I keep this crap up, I'm gonna go broke. So I headed on out with one goal in mind, the 12-mile-long unemployment line. A week later, man, I finally got my first check, although it wasn't half of what I'd expect. But oh well, back to movies and pacing the halls, picking my nose and scratching my shoes untied. The next 2 weeks were completely insane, and by that I mean it was pretty damn lame. Sleeping too late, making prank phone calls, reading book after book, and then staring at walls. Taking long naps, playing my guitar and sing sappy sad songs about how I don't do a thing, and then lighting a candle while I meditate, and then...
Over the last 12 months, it's become increasingly difficult to find a job, especially if you're aged between 16 and 25. It's even harder if you are living in supported accommodation or have just come out of the care system and don't have many qualifications. Throughout the last year, the Breakthrough Project consulted with 16 to 25-year-olds living in supported accommodation in Norfolk and Suffolk like me. I'm Hannah and I was staying at the YMCA Norwich earlier this year. The purpose of the consultations and the filming was to discover the barriers which are preventing young people from getting a job or training opportunities. Then when they get a job or start a college course, what hurdles do they have to jump over? For example, transport issues, problems of living in seaside or rural towns, and how getting a job can make them initially worse off. We want the people in charge to understand the realities. We want you to know that it's not where you come from that matters, it's what you aspire to that counts. Please note that some of the views were recorded last year and plans are now in place by other agencies, such as the government and the Job Centre, to deal with the issues raised. We start off in the seaside town of Cromer in North Norfolk. One of the problems young people who live there have is the transport system. Meet Charlie, who used to study in Norwich. This was her typical day as a student.
I went to Norwich City College and I did my GCSEs. I got the bus from Cromer to Norwich every morning. It would take an hour and a half. To start with, I had to pay a £5 return, but then I got a bus pass. I would get up at 6 and then I'd leave here for 7 and the bus would be at 7:10. I would get back at 7:15. I would get back and then do whatever homework I had to do and then just go to bed, because obviously I'd be up again early.
I get up at night, 6 o'clock in the morning, have to then leave and get the bus at 7:15 to get there for about 8:30. I then have to hang around the city for an hour before I can actually go to my course, because it don't start till 9:30. I pay £5 return to go there.
And did that put you off? Did you think twice about that?
No, not really. It's a course which I like to do. It's about music, so which I spend most of my time listening to. So
you're determined then?
Yeah, I'm determined to go every morning to go and do it.
A return ticket on the train from Cromer to Norwich costs around £10 a day. That's £50 a working week. You can rule out working late shifts in Norwich if you live in Cromer. Last train from Norwich leaves just before 11 p.m.
Hello, my name is Danny from the hostel in Great Yarmouth called Aspire. Today we're talking about jobs in Great Yarmouth. It's not the best time to get jobs, as it's now winter and all the seasonal work is finished.
Jobs go like after summer, like over the winter season they all go and then they come back like more.
Danny has experienced other problems as a 16-year-old working in Great Yarmouth.
Last summer in 2011, so the summer was just gone, I used to work in a cafe down in Yarmouth seafront, and fair enough, people are saying teenagers don't want to work these days, but that's totally wrong, because I used to get £2.50 an hour. That's less than minimum wage for a 5-year-old. That's pathetic. But that shows you how much I wanted to work and other kids want to work out there, because other five members of staff that work there too.
We also heard from people working the black market in order to earn some money because they couldn't find work. Unfortunately, they did not want to be filmed but did speak up during the consultations. The majority of young people we filmed have used the job centre to find work. We asked them what they thought about the service.
I think that they don't really care and understand how some of us actually feel when we don't get our money. Yeah, it just comes across that they don't realise and understand the difficulties that some of us have to go through when we are trying to get our benefits or whatever sorted out. I do feel like a bit embarrassed always walking in there, like hoping, I didn't see anyone that knows me.
They don't give you the right information. They don't help you out as much as like Connections do. And
Connections was a big career in every kid's life, I think, between the age of 15 and 18. They really used to motivate you, and like it was helpful for me to get a job. And two of my mates went into the army because of Connections before they closed down. They're online or something, or telephone, just not as good as they used to be. Just operators, please press 1. Please press 2 to hang up. Repeat your answer.
Connections was an advice centre service for young people, where they could speak to a careers advisor for help and guidance. The walk-in service was closed down last year and replaced with a telephone and online system. Several high-profile leaders in Norfolk have warned the government that youth unemployment and skills shortages will get worse in the region if young people don't get access to high-quality career advisors.
the only thing that I think about the job centre is I've been with Gina a few times, and you see different people every time, so no one actually knows how far you've got and like where you get into. So like if you had your own like officer that came to see you, then they'd know where you get into, so they'd be able to help you more.
So what other areas could the job centre improve on? Dale and Ashleen live in Ipswich and had been out of work for around 6 months and a year respectively when we spoke to them. At the time, the job centre was starting to implement their scheme, where job seekers who had been out of work for more than 6 months would be given a work placement. However, it might not be in the industry they were interested in.
No, I don't want that, because...
What's the point in doing something that you don't want to do?
And they give you the same amount of money, don't they? That's for your job seekers allowance. You have to work for your job seekers allowance.
You either ain't going to turn up or you're going to do it half-assed. And you're never going to pursue anything in that training because you don't want it.
And what if it was something you do want to do?
Well, yeah, then I can see that being a help.
I think it is a good thing, but I think sometimes they just do it for the sake of it because they have to on pieces of paper. A lot of the time, the stuff they offer you isn't anything you're interested in and isn't anything that relates to you or benefits you at all.
I would like to job centre give me that jobs like trainings, etc., to get more experience, to get good jobs in the future.
I've been offered a training scheme from the job centre for motor mechanics in Norwich for 2 days a week for 5 weeks, and it's good to get into because then it shows the job centre that everyone is accepting the fact to do training and stuff. So, and it's showing them we're all growing up, we all can be independent.
Since filming took place, the government has introduced a series of proposed changes to the job centre service and the way it works with young people. For example, young people will be given access to the same advisor every time they visit the job centre. The service is becoming more flexible and young job seekers will be offered 2 to 8 week work placements. This is especially important for those who have never had a job or been in a workplace before. In addition to this, the government has announced the new youth contract. This £1 billion project will seek to generate 160,000 6-month job opportunities for 18 to 24-year-olds over the next 3 years. It will provide wage subsidies of over £2,200 for private sector employers to encourage them to recruit young people. Opportunities will be offered to young people who are most in need after 3 months on job seekers allowance, then all claimants after 9 months as part of the new work programme. Young people in supported housing services in Norfolk and Suffolk can look forward to this new investment, which is due to start April 2012. But the issue is, will they be able to access these jobs if the loss of benefits exceed their wages? At the time of filming, I was staying at the YMCA in Norwich. I had a part-time job and worked on a voluntary basis for Future Radio.
I live in a hostel, the YMCA, and if I was to go full-time employed, I would then have to pay £270 a week rent, and that simply takes away my wages, gone. And I had lived in Norwich pretty much all my life, but my mum's address was outside the Norwich City Council. That she was Broadland, but I couldn't get on the Broadland list because of my age at the time, and I had to, if I wanted to get onto the list, the City Council list, I'd have to prove that I've lived in Norwich for 2 years. So that would mean for me, as homeless, living in a hostel for 2 years. Well, I couldn't live in a hostel for 2 years. I'm trying to do, like, and it's expensive in a hostel for 2. Like, do you know what I mean? I can't afford it in any way, let alone like having to live there for 2 years just to prove that I live in Norwich when I've lived in Norwich for 10 years.
The average rent for a young person in supported accommodation if they work part-time is between £40 and £60 a week. If they found a full-time job, the rent would cost between £200 and £300 a week. The average rent for a one-bedroom flat or house in Norwich is £480 a month. As you can see, our young people want to succeed in life and want to work or get trained in a profession where they can secure work in the near future. This commitment was also seen during a skills workshop at a residential in Mersey Island in Essex. Participants were able to identify what makes a good employer and what qualities they should possess if they want to be a good employee. Then they took these qualities and used them in team building exercises with positive and productive effects.
Together we'll stand, divided we'll fall. Come on now people, let's get on the ball and work together. Come on, let's work together. Now people, because together we will stand, every boy, every girl and a man.
It was great, lovely, and absolutely something that I would do again and again and again. Good meeting new people and having fun, communication skills and teamwork, good effort, having fun.
It was something different. I ain't never done that before. Probably ain't never going to do it again. That was alright, it was fun.
How do you relate that to getting a job or employment?
Well, it's communication, it's teamwork. That's basically just going for it because it doesn't look stable. So.
Where do our young people see themselves in 5 years' time or even the immediate future?
I don't know where I'll be, but I'd like to be either self-employed or working with young people, helping them that are in a similar situation to myself. Brought up through care, didn't really have no one there, no real options. I'd like to be there, try and help them get through that and find something.
Honest with you, I'm not very sure where I'm going to be in 5 years. I hope that I would at least have done my A-levels. I'd hope by then I'd kind of know what my main goal is in life. I hope I'm happy, and to be honest with you, I'm hoping I'm out of Ipswich.
I want to get a job, and I want to see myself like in a high standard, like be a manager or something like that.
Probably doing a job that I love doing. I'm planning on going to Bible College in September, where I'll train in youth work and ministry, and I'm hoping to then take that and work in a local church, helping young people through problems and through aspects of their life that they find difficult, and help them to be a person that they can grow to accept and love and strengthen in, really.
I want to be in uni because I want to go into nursing. I want to open up my own garage, do my own thing.
All I want in life is my own home. That's all I want, and obviously a successful career, but who doesn't? But no, because I do, then I found out about this scheme that is called the LEAP scheme. They work with people who are homeless, live in hostels, that are working, employed, volunteering and in training. And they are absolutely brilliant. Because of them, I am now first on a list for getting my own home.
So what have we discovered? Young people like myself need more personalised service and better communication between the services that are supporting them. We are crying out for work placements and apprenticeships to give us that experience employers want. The reward for getting full-time work can mean financial hardship for the first 2 or 3 months at least, and this is hard when you have no resources to draw from. In the 21st century, some people are expected to work for less than minimum wage, and young people fall prey to the black market economy. Travel to work can be too expensive, especially if you live in rural areas, and this cuts out any financial benefits of going to work. So what are our key messages? More flexible and creative approaches? Focus on good quality careers advice and guidance? Match the person to the opportunity? More access to jobs and training in rural areas? Provide financial support to come off benefits. By giving us a voice through this film, the Breakthrough Project has identified what areas need to be worked on, and together they can work with us towards meeting those aspirations we all have in our lives.